Natural numbers are counting numbers starting from 1 till infinity, which means there is no ending of natural number, or there cannot be the biggest natural number. Whole numbers are numbers starting from 0 till infinity, which means there cannot be the biggest whole number. So what are integers? Integers are all the whole numbers and their negatives. It is indefinitely extended on the right side and on the left side. Let us represent integers on a number line. Integers on the right side of 0 are positive integers, and on the left side of 0 are negative integers. So natural numbers are positive integers starting from 1 till infinity, and also whole numbers are starting from 0 till infinity. So all the natural numbers are included under whole numbers, and all the natural numbers and whole numbers are included within integers. Integers at the right side are considered to be bigger than integers at the left side, which means 0 is bigger than -1, -1 is bigger than -2, -2 is bigger than -3, and +3 is bigger than +2, +2 is bigger than +1, +1 is bigger than 0, and so on. Now let us learn the signs for addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication of integers. In case of addition and subtraction, like signs are added, which means let us take an example of that. +3 and +2 are like signs, both of them are positive, both of them are plus, so they are added, then the answer is +5. And -3 and -2 are like signs, which means both of them are minus, so if they are like signs, we are adding them, and the answer is -5. We are taking the common sign minus. Unlike signs are subtracted. When a positive sign and a negative sign are put together, it will be subtracted, and it will take the sign of the bigger absolute. Let us have a look at these examples. +3 and -2 are put together. If they are unlike signs, plus and minus, they cannot be added, they have to be subtracted. So +3 is subtracting -2, and it will take the sign of the bigger absolute. The sign of the bigger absolute is plus, so it will take the sign of the bigger absolute plus, and the answer is +1. And -3 and +2 are put together, they have to be subtracted. -3 is subtracting +2. Here in this case, the bigger absolute 3 is carrying the sign negative, so in the answer it will carry the sign of the bigger absolute, so the answer is -1. In terms of multiplication, when like signs are multiplied, we get positive sign. Like signs means when a positive number and a positive number are multiplied, we get it a positive number. Example, +5 and +3, both of them are positive. When they are multiplied, we get it +15. 5 3s are 15. Plus and plus multiply, we get it plus. And when a negative number and a negative number are multiplied, we get it plus positive number. Example, -5 and -3, both of them are negative number. They are like signs. Minus and minus are like signs, so we get it minus and minus multiply, we get it plus. The answer is +15. When unlike signs are multiplied, we are getting negative sign. Unlike signs means one is plus and one is minus. When plus and minus are multiplied, we are always getting a negative sign. Example, +5 and -3 are multiplied, plus and minus multiply, we get it minus 5 3s are 15, minus 15. Here also minus 5 and plus 3 are multiplied, minus and plus are multiplied, we are getting minus 15. In terms of division, when like signs are divided, we get positive sign. Plus divided by plus, we get positive. Minus and minus, they are the same sign. Minus divided by minus, we get positive sign. Let us take a look at this example. Plus 15 divided by plus 3. Both of them are positive, both of them are plus. It means they are like signs. We get it plus. Minus 15 divided by minus 3. Both of them have the same sign, minus and minus. When minus is divided by minus, we get plus. The answer is plus 5. When unlike signs are divided, we get negative sign. That is, plus divided by minus, we get negative, minus. Example, plus 15 divided by minus 3. They are different signs, unlike signs. Plus and minus, unlike signs, we get minus 5. When minus is divided by plus, we get negative sign. Example, minus 15 divided by plus 3. One is minus and one is plus. That means unlike signs, we get minus. The answer is minus 5. Properties of integers under addition. First is closure property. In closure property, a plus b is equal to c, where a, b and c are integers. Example, integer 2 plus integer 3 is equal to integer 5. Here 2 is taking the place of integer a, 3 is taking the place of integer b, 5 is taking the place of integer c. Another example, integer 3 added with integer minus 5 is equal to integer minus 2. Here 3 is taking the place of integer a, minus 5 is taking the place of integer b, minus 2 is taking the place of integer c. So it can be concluded that when any two integers are added, we always get an integer number. Next is commutative property. A plus b is equal to b plus a, where a and b are integers, which means integer a added with integer b, the value is equal to the sum of the same integers when the order of the integers are interchanged. Let us take a look at this example. Integer 4 added with integer 3 is equal to integer 3 plus integer 4. Here the order of the integers are interchanged at the right side. 4 plus 3 is 7, 3 plus 4 is 7. Left hand side and right hand side are equal. Another example, integer minus 3 added with integer 5 is equal to integer 5 added with integer minus 3. Here the order of the integers are interchanged at the right side. So the value of minus 3 plus 5 is 2, and 5 plus minus 3 is 2. Here the left hand side and the right hand side are equal. Next is associative property. A plus within bracket b plus c is equal to within bracket a plus b plus c, where a, b and c are integers. In associative property, the sum of the three integers are taken when the second and the third integers are grouped using bracket, and at the right side when the first and the second integers are grouped using bracket. Example, 5 plus the sum of 4 and 3 is equal to the sum of 5 and 4 plus 3. Here at the left side, the second and the third integers are grouped using bracket, and at the right side, the first and the second integers are grouped using bracket. Here 4 plus 3 is 7, which is added with 5. 5 plus 4 is 9, which is added with 3. 5 plus 7 is 12. 9 plus 3 is 12. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. Another example. Minus 3 plus within bracket 5 plus 4 is equal to within bracket minus 3 plus 5 plus 4. Here at the left side, the second and the third integers are grouped using bracket, and at the right side, the first and the second integers are grouped using bracket. 5 plus 4 is 9, which is added with minus 3. And at the right side, minus 3 and plus 5 are opposite sign, so it has to be subtracted. 5 is subtracting minus 3, we get it plus 2, again which is added with plus 4. Minus 3 and plus 9 are opposite sign. Plus 9 is subtracting minus 3, we get it plus 6, and at the right side, plus 2 and plus 4, we get it plus 6. So left hand side is equal to right hand side. Next is additive identity. A plus 0 is equal to A, where A is any integer, which means when any integer is added with 0, it takes the value of that given integer. Example, integer 4 added with 0, we are getting the value of that given integer 4. Another example, integer minus 7 added with 0, here also we are getting the value of the given integer minus 7. Properties of integers under subtraction. Closure property. A minus B is equal to C, where A, B and C are integers, which means when an integer number subtracts another integer number, we are getting another integer. Example, integer 7 subtracts integer 3, we get another integer 4. Integer minus 5 subtracts integer 2, and we get another integer minus 7. Here minus 5 and minus 2 are the same sign, they cannot be subtracted, like signs should be added. Minus 5 and minus 2 should be added, we get minus 7, but it takes the common sign minus 7. So it can be stated that when an integer is subtracted from another integer, we get another integer number. Next is commutative property. A minus B cannot be equal to B minus A, where A and B are integers, which means when an integer number subtracts another integer number, the value cannot be equal to when the same integers are subtracted when the order of the integers are interchanged. Let us prove from this example. Integer 5 subtracts integer 3 is equal to integer 3 subtracts integer 5. Can the left side and right side be equal? Left hand side, integer 5 subtracts integer 3, we get integer 2. Right hand side, integer 3 subtracts integer 5, we get minus 2. Here 5 is the bigger absolute, it takes the sign of the bigger absolute minus 2. So the value of the left hand side and the value of the right hand side cannot be equal. That means commutative property does not hold true in terms of subtraction. Next is associative property. A subtracts the difference of the second and the third integer B and C. The value cannot be equal to the difference of the first and the second integer a and b, subtracting the third integer c, where a, b, and c are integers. Let us take a look from this example. Integer 5 subtracts the difference of integer 4 and 3. At the right side, the difference of integer 5 and 4 subtracts the third integer 3. Left hand side, integer 5 subtracts the difference of integer 4 and 3, which means 5 is subtracting the difference of integer 3 and 4, 1. So we get plus 4. Right hand side, the difference of integer 5 and 4 subtracts the third integer 3. The difference of integer 5 and 4 is plus 1. It is subtracting the third integer, minus 3. So here, plus 1 and minus 3 cannot be added. It has to be subtracted. And it will take the sign of the bigger absolute, minus. We get it, minus 2. So, the value of the left hand side and the value of the right hand side cannot be equal. Left hand side is not equal to right hand side. So it can be concluded that commutative property and associative property are not applicable over subtraction. Properties of integers under multiplication. First is closure property. A into b is equal to c, where a, b, and c are integers, which means when two integers a and b are multiplied, we get another integer c. Example, integer 2 multiplied with integer 3, we get integer 6. 2, 3 is 6, we get another integer 6. Integer 3 multiplied with integer minus 5. Plus and minus multiply becomes minus. 3 5s are 15. Minus 15. When any two integers are multiplied, we get an integer number. Next is commutative property. A into b is equal to b into a, where a and b are integers, which means when any two integers a and b are multiplied, the value is equal to the product of the same integers when the order of the integers are interchanged. Example, integer 4 multiplied with integer 3, which is equal to integer 3 multiplied with integer 4. Here at the right side, the order of the integers are interchanged. 4 3s are 12, 3 4s are 12. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. Another example, integer minus 3 multiplied with integer 5, which is equal to integer 5 multiplied with integer minus 3. Here at the right side, the order of the integers are interchanged. Minus 3 into plus 5 multiply becomes minus 15. Plus 5 and minus 3 multiply becomes minus 15. Here, left hand side and right hand side are equal. Next is associative property. A multiplied with the product of b and c, the value is equal to the product of a and b multiplied with c, where a, b, and c are integers. Let us take a look at this example. Integer 5 is multiplied with the product of integer 4 and 3. The value is equal to the product of integer 5 and 4 multiplied with integer 3. 4 3s are 12, which is again multiplied with 5. 5 4s are 20, which is again multiplied with 3. 5 12s are 60. 20 3s are 60. Here, left hand side is equal to right hand side. Another example. Minus 3 multiplied with the product of 5 and 4. The value is equal to the product of minus 3 and 5 multiplied with 4. 5 4s are 20. Again multiplied with minus 3. Minus 3 into 5 is minus 15. Again multiplied with 4. Minus 3 into 20 is minus 60. Minus 15 into 4 is minus 60. Here left hand side is equal to right hand side. Next is multiplicative identity. A multiplied with 1 is equal to A, where A is an integer, which means when any integer is multiplied with 1, we are getting the value of that integer. Example, integer 4 multiplied with 1, we get the value of that integer. Integer minus 7 multiplied with 1, and we get the value of the same integer, minus 7. Here the number 1 is the multiplicative identity of integers. Next is multiplication by 0. A multiplied with 0 is equal to 0, where A is an integer. That means when any integer is multiplied with 0, we are always getting 0. Example, 13 multiplied with 0, we get 0. Minus 11 multiplied with 0, we get 0. Distributive property. A multiplied with the sum of B and C, which is equal to A into B plus A into C, where A, B and C are integers. A into B is obtained from the product of the first integer A and B, and plus is taken from the middle. A into C is obtained from the product of the first integer A and the third integer C. Example, 2 multiplied with the sum of 3 and 4, which is equal to 2 into 3 plus 2 into 4. 2 into 3 is obtained from the product of 2 and 3. Plus is taken from the middle. 2 into 4 is obtained from the product of the first integer 2 and the third integer 4. 3 plus 4 is 7, which is multiplied with 2. 2 into 3 is 6 plus 2 into 4 is 8. 2 sevens are 14, which is equal to 6 plus 8 is equal to 14. Now left hand side is equal to right hand side. Another example, 3 multiplied with the difference of minus 5 and plus 7, which is equal to 3 into minus 5 plus 3 into 7. 3 into minus 5 is obtained from the product of 3 and minus 5. Plus is taken from the middle. 3 into 7 is obtained from the product of the first integer 3 and the third integer 7. Minus 5 and plus 7 cannot be added. They are opposite sign. It has to be subtracted. Plus 7 subtracts minus 5, we get it 2, which is multiplied with 3. And at the right side, 3 into minus 5 is minus 15. Plus and minus multiply becomes minus. Plus is taken down here. 3 sevens are 21. 3 2s are 6, which is equal to minus 15 and plus 21. Opposite sign have to be subtracted. 21 is subtracting 15, we get it, plus 6. So left hand side and right hand side are equal.